Welcome back. 40 years after a horrific shaken baby case devastated a Hollywood family, the child's babysitter pleaded guilty to manslaughter and will go to prison. The woman responsible is now 62 years old and finally admitted what happened in court today. NBC6's Marissa Bagg was there for the emotional hearing. Marissa?
Jackie, Benjamin Dowling was just 6 months old when he was struck and violently shaken by his then babysitter, Terry McCurchie. Benjamin lived to be 35, although he was never able to walk, talk, or even eat on his own. He died in 2019, and now McCurchie will go to prison for what happened.
Also, the Dowling family.
40 years of suffering came to a head in a Fort Lauderdale courtroom Wednesday as a heartbreaking, shaken baby case came to a close. 62-year-old Terry McCurchie will spend 3 years in prison for a 1984 crime that left then 6-month-old Benjamin Dowling paralyzed for life. For the first time ever, McCurchie admitted to what she did.
First time ever. It was 40 years later. We are pleased that this day is over, but we'll always remember Benjamin.
Benjamin died in 2019, 35 years after McCurchie struck and shook him while she cared for him in her Hollywood home. McCurchie served a couple months in jail at the time for aggravated child abuse, but when an autopsy showed Benjamin died decades later from the very injuries he suffered at her hand, she was charged with murder. McCurchie's best friend cried in court over Zoom, recalling what happened.
Terry, you knew what you did. You knew. And you let those poor parents bring their beautiful son back to you. And then you did it again.
The family showed a 25-minute video tribute of Benjamin's life and described him as a loving, joyful person who inspired the family. They said today was about getting Benjamin justice and holding McCurchie accountable regardless of decades past. As for her apology,
I think it probably, from what I understand, I think it probably was sincere. Again, all of our focus was always on Benjamin and will continue to be, and she will have to live with this.
And it was McCurchie's attorney who actually read her letter of guilt and apology out in court today. The Dowlings say they haven't given her much thought in all these years, that they were really focused on taking good care of Benjamin. They did go on to have more children who are now adults, and they also have grandchildren. Reporting live here in Fort Lauderdale, Marissa Bagg, NBC6 News.